Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
O'Reilly. Save on your next oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Choose Castrol Edge Full Synthetic Motor Oil to provide maximum performance and protection for your engine. Get a $15 gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge for $34.95. Plus 2 times O Rewards points. Offer valid in-store and online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What? I said, yeah! Can't steal it! Woo! Wheel and deal it! The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better! I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning! But brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad!
I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power! You sweet to be sour!
It's showtime, folks!
Welcome to the Grill Out. From the heart of Shillian, West Virginia, here's your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out, episode 71. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty, and I'm joined by the mathematician, Josh Cole.
Sorry I missed last week. I got hung up on episode 69.
And math. PEMDAS. And then we're also joined by the reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions champion, the reflection of, I think he's about to crash out, Jason Lykens.
Okay, really quick. Really quick. We're starting recording this show late. And let me explain to you listeners out there why. So, I'm driving in. Okay, I'm going to be here before the time that we say we're going to start. Let's say we're starting at 4 o'clock. That means we start at 4. Okay, so I get here. It's like 3:50. Get a text message from Josh. Hey, guys, I got caught up in a conversation. I'm going to be late. It's like, okay. So I'm here. Jeff and I were talking about the show, talking about, what we're going to discuss. What's on the breakdown sheet here? And hey guys, it's going to be about 15 minutes. And we're like, why? Okay, he got up in a conversation. Maybe he was talking to a friend he hadn't talked to in a long time. Maybe he's got plans for the Super Bowl. Maybe there's a individual who is down on their luck and he's afraid to leave his house. Who knows? He gets here and he's like,
no, and then with the math question. And people were arguing online about it, and they're wrong, and I'm right, because you do the parentheses first.
PEMDAS.
It wasn't that. It was actually the multiplication division part.
Is that really what they got hung up on?
Yeah, because they were trying to say the multiplication. You did it with the parentheses.
But it's an argument online.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So
if they're wrong, they're wrong.
So... Yeah. To summarize Jason's frustration right now,
you just made the list.
So
yeah, that's fair.
That's good. Yeah, that is. I have a soundboard now.
There you go. You got to use it.
I know. I got a chance to use it actually. But let's just go ahead, jump right into it. Dark Side of the Ring has announced season 6 and who they will be covering, what they will be covering, and the episodes go as follows. Mick Foley's Hell in a Cell match, Big Van Vader, Tony Atlas, Ludwig Borga.
Who was that?
Borga.
He was in the 90s. He was a terrible person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a certified, I don't know if we can say it on.
Yahtzee.
Yeah. Like if, yeah.
Yeah. He's one
terrible person.
We actually, and also this next one, we actually broke this one on the air.
Yes.
I forgot until Jason reminded me. Billy Jack Hayes.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that, Josh?
So we were in the other studio.
The old
you all were talking about something, and I was on my phone. And I was like, hold on, guys. I'm just now getting this. Former wrestler Billy Jack Hayes is currently in a standoff with Oregon police. So, I'm interested in that one.
Let's see what happened. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert, superstar Billy Graham.
Stuff or stud?
Hot stud.
Okay.
Billy Graham. Eddie Gilbert, superstar Billy Graham. Daphne, the original Sheik, Ed Farhat, and Muhammad Hassan. Season 6 will premiere on March 25th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is there really anything else that needs to be said about McFoley's Hell in a Cell match?
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why I think that might be the one they're starting with. I don't. But then again, I don't know why you would want to start the season with that. Like, make that like a middle episode if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, but also like
what hasn't been said already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking anything away from it.
Yeah. No.
It's certainly something, but how much more can you say about it?
Yeah, that's true. And like all the times, so it is pretty well common knowledge to an extent that when WWE covers something, they do do some type of documentary on anything, you will typically hear the WWE version of things. You're not going to hear, I don't want to say the objective thing, but you're going to hear their side of things. And I don't know with like Mick Foley's Hell in a Cell, that particular match, which has been covered numerous times by WWE, I don't know what other angle, like with what was covered with WWE.
And just
I don't
Foley
think
and
that
Undertaker himself too.
Yeah, Mick Foley and what Undertaker said. I don't think that is the. I guess like it's not WWE-fied. That's the best way I'm putting it. So I don't know what exactly they're. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to add for that. I have no clue. Also, and Jason was explaining this a little bit to me about Big Van Vader. I don't know exactly what could be covered on that, but it has something to do with like he had addiction issues. Is that what some of it was, Jason?
I don't remember ever saying that.
I thought you told. I remember something about Big Van Vader.
No, there was stuff that was brought up in whenever he was on the Stone Cold podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring up a lot of it, but
there were some questionable things. I remember
there was questionable things. So I'm curious as to what is going to be said about that one. Now, Tony Atlas, I believe, did have addiction issues.
Yes, I think you're right on that one.
I could be mistaken on that, and I certainly don't want to slander anyone.
No.
But I do know that he was in a bit of a lower place whenever he came back as Saba Simba, which was terrible gimmick.
Yep.
But, yep.
Yeah, just yep. Billy Jack Hayes, we just talked about why that one is going to be on there. Ludwig Borga, why that one's going to be there. Hot stud Eddie Gilbert, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the story there.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I've heard the name tossed around, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the story is there.
I mean, Superstar Billy Graham, that goes without saying.
Yeah, Superstar Billy Graham, how he was, steroids and everything, how much different he looked. Because he looked like when he first won the WWF championship.
Yeah.
He looked so much different then than he did when he returned.
Yeah,
he totally different person.
He became the karate master.
Yes.
Daphne, extremely tragic.
Very, very tragic. And then the original Sheik, I think that one's going to be probably the most interesting one for me because I know a little bit about the original Sheik, but I'm curious as to what they're going to be able to cover with that. The Muhammad Hassan one, I don't know what that one could be.
The 9/11 stuff, I guess.
Yeah, like it was the London bombing is what happened. Yeah. And then that was the same episode that aired for SmackDown when The Undertaker was, quote-unquote, attacked by, quote-unquote, terrorists.
Well, but I mean, that gimmick and that night kind of got him blacklisted from wrestling, even though...
It really wasn't his fault.
No, and I believe he's, Italian?
Yes.
So, I mean, anyways.
Yeah.
Let me ask you all, which one do you see as the opening episode? Which one would you put?
Which
is
one?
the opening.
Oh, okay. I
Probably
would,
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
I would put that one in the middle, though. I guess maybe if you're wanting to get those hardcore WWE viewers and you want to get them on that first episode, but I don't think I would lead into that because you also got to think your first episode is going to set the tone for the whole season.
Yeah.
So if there's not, if you're kind of just rehashing stuff in this Hell in a Cell episode, what's that going to say for the rest of the season? Me personally, I would probably start with Superstar Billy Graham.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like
I'm only thinking Hell in a Cell because kind of like you said, WWE people are going to know it, and just people in general are going to know that one versus probably everything else on this list that it's going to get them hooked.
Yeah, Well, that's what I mean. Like maybe episode 2, episode 3. I think Superstar Billy Graham could do that to an extent. Now, not every WWE viewer knows Superstar Billy Graham.
So what do you put last?
I do not know.
The original Sheik. I think so? Yeah, I think that's the one you finish off with. Because like that is just about everybody knows who Sabu is or knows of Sabu. Everybody knows who the Iron Sheik is. How many people know exactly who the original Sheik is? And the reason why he was called the Sheik, but why he is dubbed the original Sheik. I do think you end with that. And maybe you do Muhammad Hassan and the Hell in a Cell back-to-back or put an episode in between them to get that WWE viewership. But, yeah, I would lead in with Superstar Billy Graham and end with the original Sheik. So,
all right.
Yeah, but that's me. But one thing about Superstar Billy Graham is he is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And speaking of the WWE Hall of Fame, Triple H is going to be the first. He is the first inductee announced for the WWE Hall of Fame. During a town hall meeting that was for employees only, it was announced that Triple H would be the first inductee into the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame. It was a surprise to Triple H from Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Triple H wrote on Twitter, quote, "Been trying to come up with a way to say thank you for the immense honor announced yesterday. I have had the incredible pleasure of a 30-plus years of creating memories and moments, meeting lifelong friends, which I'm rethinking both Undertaker and Shawn Michaels right now." Yep. There's the joke. And, of course, the most incredible wife and mother, Stephanie McMahon.
Wait, they're married?
Yeah.
You don't... Okay, hold on.
I thought it was just a bit on that episode of Raw.
It was a bit on that
It was a work
episode.
shoot, brother.
Yeah.
Wait, so are
they worked themselves into a shoot.
Wait, okay. So they're married.
Yeah.
For realsies.
And they have kids.
For realsies?
Yes.
So that means
for realsies.
like Triple H and Stephanie.
Yeah.
They have kids.
They have kids. They're married. They've been married for, 2 decades now?
Why didn't anyone tell me that?
Yeah.
I think they got married in 2002. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the drive-through marriage on Monday Night Raw between Triple H and Stephanie was a work.
Wait. So
that was a work.
So is wrestling
Oh,
real or scripted? Which one is it?
Well, it depends.
Okay, because you're telling me that they got married, but people say wrestling's fake, but they got married and they're married and they have kids, and so what is it?
You know what?
They worked themselves into a shoot.
Brother, much love, HH.
Yeah.
But no, that was a work. That what you saw on television, but they did get actually for realsies married
on television.
No, in 2002 in a private ceremony.
No, that's not when that aired on TV.
No, that did not. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That did not air in 2002. What was it? 2000, maybe 99.
Yeah, I want to say like 99.
Yeah.
So did they get married in 99 or 2002?
2002. They got legitimately married in 2002, but they were married.
They were in Vegas, though, so I don't know.
I don't know.
They're back in Vegas.
But they were married, quote unquote, on like.
Yeah, the
in kayfabe turns.
Hensley,
Yeah. If kayfabe turns in 99, 2000.
Next, you want to tell me his real name isn't Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I can see why he did that.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
He's got Paul. I mean,
Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah. Now, what was it? Was it when
Terrorizing.
Yeah.
Terrorizing was a
CCW
pretty bad one.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, he was called Jean-Paul Levesque in WCW
after Terrorizing?
Yeah, after Terrorizing, that was when he was teaming with William Regal.
Yes,
am I correct? Yeah. So yeah, I know certain things, but Triple H is being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, yeah, I'm
as a singles wrestler.
Yes,
he's already in there as a part of DX.
Yeah. Apparently, from the way that Stephanie and them talked, this was not and obviously you could tell in the tweet, this was not his decision. This was a decision, I guess, by those around him that decided that it is time for him to go into the Hall of Fame. Which I think if there's anybody right now that I can think of that is not in the Hall that needs to go into the Hall of Fame, Triple H would be that.
They need to build that facility already.
Yeah, I know. How long has the Hall of Fame been a thing? It's been about 20 years?
30.
Oh, yeah, because Andre was the first inductee, and that was back in the mid-90s.
Yeah, they had that. I think it was 93. Then I don't think they had one for another few years, but in like 2004 it became an annual thing.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, and I don't know if this is so much of a hot take at the moment. I've talked on the program about how much of a fan I am of AEW and like Japanese wrestling and just wrestling outside of WWE. But I will say this. I think that Triple H, with what he has been able to do with the WWE product from what it was to now, I think Triple H is going to be looked back at like years down the road when he's retired and not doing this anymore as probably one of the best bookers, if not the best booker of his generation. Like... Now I don't know if he'll surpass. He probably will. He very well could surpass Vince as a booker because I for all the shortcomings of Vince McMahon, I think that what he was able to do in WWE, WWF, kind of solidifies
really Vince
him
up
that.
Until like the mid 2000s or so.
Yeah, mid 2000s really when you saw it just kind of taper off. And
they
all
also
that.
lost competition, so there's kind of
complacency.
Yeah. So Andre, real quick, Andre was the first Hall of Fame inductee in 1993. You were correct. It was actually during an episode of Monday Night Raw on my birthday. And I wasn't born yet, but March 22nd. And then, they did it in 94, 95, 96, and then they stopped in 96 and picked it back up in 2004.
It's been annual since then.
Yes.
Other than 2020, but they just merged that into 2021.
Yeah. Which, I mean, because Batista was supposed to headline that, correct?
Yeah, he's supposed to do 2020, and then they pushed it off to 2021, did a double ceremony, basically, and he just wasn't really available. And they didn't want him to be inducted with, like, no fans in attendance. So
fair.
Yeah.
No.
But Kane,
so he's supposed to eventually go in, though.
Do you think Evolution will make it in as a stable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think it deserves to go in, though?
Yes.
Now, are you saying yes just based on the 4 people in it, or because of the impact that it had?
Oh yeah, I think
I don't think it had the impact.
Oh, I beg to differ on that one because out of that group, you had two wrestlers that were coming up that became world champions out of that.
Yes.
You created 2 future stars, and one of them is still wrestling to this day, and the other one is in Hollywood.
And one's the booker.
Yeah, and one of them is the booker, and the other one is arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
One of them still wants to wrestle.
Yeah, that is my opinion on the Evolution staple.
Yeah,
I think I do think it's very impactful.
But what did they do? Like, what did the stable do?
Well, at one point they held every single belt on Monday Night Raw. And yes, it was during Triple H's reign of terror.
I mean, the only thing I think was just it helped the individuals more than the group as a whole.
That's true.
It kind of revitalized Flair's career, brought Triple H to being main event status more so than what it was before. Then, of course, it helped Randy and Batista.
But did the group do that, or did the booker do that?
You could make the argument that the booker did that, but if the group did not hit the way it didn't matter what the booker was doing at that point. Because we've seen plenty of times when whoever has the book, whether it's WWE, AEW, or whoever, and they've put these groups together, and we've like, this group's going to be good, and they're not, and they just don't land, and it never comes about, and they've tried everything they can to get this group accepted, pretty much. I don't want to say over because they're not always a face, but that would be my take on that.
Yeah.
But I do think that it would warrant a Hall of Fame induction.
Great theme song, though.
Very great theme song.
Yeah.
But that's my take on all of that. And somebody that we have talked about before about the Hall of Fame, real quick before we get to on this day in wrestling history, I just really want to talk about this. Bray Wyatt goes to jury duty. So this is from the book NXT. NXT, The Future Is Now. It's a little snippet from it. Quote, Bray began my real-life lunacy, says Wyatt. I've always been an against-all-authority kind of child. I was a big fan of Rage Against the Machine. They were a big influence on my life as a child. So when I started working with Dusty Rhodes, I began losing my mind on a very real level. I became obsessed with this character, end quote. When Husky Harris failed on the main roster, he went all the way with the Wyatt persona. Wyatt says, I was going to jury duty in my hometown, and Dusty made me go to jury duty as Bray. Dusty told me, this is the perfect exercise to become Bray. I literally went to jury duty as Bray Wyatt. I was so immersed in the character that I didn't break once. Obviously, I didn't get picked for jury duty, but I had the white pants, Hawaiian shirt, the whole 9 yards. There were no fragments of Husky Harris. Husky Harris was dead, and he was to stay dead. I was Bray Wyatt. We were one. I don't know what. Then again, I think this I don't know when this was, but it may have been before Bray Wyatt debuted in NXT.
Probably.
But it would be hilarious that, like, just a couple weeks after Bray Wyatt debuts on NXT, you get selected for jury duty, and you walk in, and there he is.
Well, let me pose this to you. Okay, I'm going to quote this on here. When Husky Harris failed on the main roster, did anyone think Husky Harris was not going to fail on the main roster?
I mean, he
was nothing more than a body for that NXT group.
That's true. Just a warm body.
But the name.
Yeah.
Just Husky Harris.
And it's a dude in trunks that's kind of chubby.
Husky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a neck beard.
Yeah.
Let's remember, he got a neck beard, short hair.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace, but he looked like a basement dweller.
Yeah.
Husky Harris was never. Husky Harris had about as much chance of getting over as Duke the Dumpster Droese.
He looked like at that point the kind of guy who would host a podcast about wrestling.
Got him.
Well,
he looked like the kind of guy who would get into an argument online over math.
You just made the list.
All right, let's shift gears real quick to On This Day in Wrestling History.
On this day,
February 9th, 1982, at a live event in Miami, Florida, the Masked
Midnight Rider, baby. It's the Midnight Rider. Where to get that Midnight Rider from, baby?
defeated Ric Flair to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. At the time, the NWA didn't allow masked wrestlers to hold their championship belt, so asked him to remove his mask after the match. The writer refused, as it was actually Dusty Rhodes who was suspended at the time. And so the title was returned to Flair, who carried on as champion. Abyss would be the first masked wrestler to officially hold the championship, but that wouldn't be until 2006 in TNA.
The Midnight Rider, baby. The Midnight Rider, if you will. The friend of a plumber.
He got a bicycle.
He got a bicycle. Where'd he get that bicycle from? What kid he steal that bicycle from?
Ooh, baby. February 9th, 1998, WCW Nitro was in El Paso, Texas. In the main event, Rick and Scott Steiner won the WCW World Tag Team titles after beating Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. However, the show is mainly remembered for the match between Steven William Regal and Goldberg.
Speaking of math, Mr. Steiner.
Yeah, I was. Were you arguing with Scott?
No, but I bet he would have been right.
Probably. Up until this match, Goldberg had been beating everyone he faced with ease and within a minute or two. Regal, however, wanted to put on a proper wrestling match, and so that's what he does. Regal, interviewed years later by Steve Austin, said that himself and Goldberg were told to, quote, put on a competitive match, end quote. Goldberg, according to Regal, froze up during the start of the match and had to be talked through the moves, but everyone was convinced that Regal was trying to show up Goldberg by out-wrestling him. He also mentioned that the rumor was he was sacked immediately after the match, but Regal says he wasn't released until months later. And finally, February 9th, 2021, on an episode of Impact Wrestling, the Good Brothers defended the tag team championships against James Storm and Chris Sabin. However, the match ended in a disqualification when Private Party attacked the challengers. On the same show, ODB returned to the company and Black Taurus made his debut.
Rest in peace to Good Brothers WWE career again.
Sequel. We're going to stop right there. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
It's time for more of the Grill Out. Here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. Brother, much love, HH. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty, and I'm joined by Josh Cole. Bye.
Yeah.
The mathematician. And
yeah.
And
music requires math.
Yeah. You know what? After being with a music teacher for the past year and a half, going on 2 years, I can validate that. And also, our current reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions champion, Jason Lykens.
Let me tell you something, brother. Much love, HH.
All right.
Could you imagine Hulkster at jury duty?
Walks in. Okay, which version of the Hulkster are we talking?
Just yes. What's like 12 Angry Men, like the movie 12 Angry Men.
Yeah.
But Hulkster back there. It's like everyone goes back and they're like, "Oh, guilty." He's like, "That's not going to work for me, brother."
Brother.
No, I think he would be the one who said guilty, and everyone else is like, "Not guilty." He's like, "That's not going to work for me, brother."
He'd come in there like,
Let me talk to him.
Yeah. The jury finds the defendant guilty, brother. Much love, HH.
Oh, brother. But
Mr. America. Just wearing the mask.
He just comes in there. Yeah, he's got the luchador mask and everything. I'm here to show up for jury duty, brother.
Much love, M.A.
What? So, all right, sir. He goes up to the desk. All right, sir. What is your name?
Mr. America, brother.
First name, Mr. Last name, America.
America, brother. Much love, HH.
HH.
Hulk Hogan, brother. I'm Mr. America.
What you gonna do when the justice system runs wild on you?
Oh God. Oh man. But I'll say this one thing about Hulk Hogan, though. What'd you say?
Terrible person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But one thing about him is he had some pretty decent wrestling theme songs.
He did.
I very much enjoyed Voodoo Child with his Hollywood.
I mean, but that, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I like Jimi Hendrix, but I definitely liked Voodoo Child and the Hollywood Hogan and all that. And that is not why my name is Hollywood. That's not why I go by that. Mm-hmm. It was just a name given, and it just kind of stuck.
Much love, HH.
JP. Yeah. HJP. But yeah, so talking about wrestling theme songs, and we've talked about this individual on
Def
here
Rebel
before.
sucks.
Def Rebel's themes are awful. Well, not all of them.
He has a couple that are good.
All right,
Yes.
Name 5 that are good.
I'm not naming
Roman Reigns.
Roman
Bianca
Reigns.
Belair,
Who was the second one?
Bianca Belair.
Chelsea?
Did he do hers?
Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that was
Paul Bearer saying Chelsea Green right at the beginning, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tiffany Stratton's is okay.
Does it say it's Tiffy time?
It does.
Of course.
But it works for her. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's understandable.
That's true.
I'm blanking.
I could not name you 5. I'll be completely honest. There is absolutely no way that I'm naming 5 at all.
They did a version of Cane's, right?
They did?
Yeah. It's the Big Red Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're a little slap happy right now.
War games.
That's right.
I don't know. I just hit that one by. I just hit that one by.
That's why we can't have nice things. Jeff's just over there. What does this button do?
Amen. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in.
Okay. But so yes, we're talking about wrestling themes. We're talking about Def Rebel because apparently, according to reports, a lot of wrestlers within WWE are not happy about their wrestling themes, and they want them redone. And we've talked on the program before about Def Rebel, and there has been a lot of talk about replacing Def Rebel as the composer for WWE.
Why?
Yeah. Oh. But one person who, and Jason and I were talking briefly off the air about this, I think that WWE they are trying to find another Jim Johnston. And with somebody that has the talent level of Jim Johnston, that is the kind of person that you can't replace. And I don't know if that's exactly what they're trying to do, but that's really, really how it comes across.
Well, apparently he did Rhea Ripley's theme with Motionless in White.
Def Rebel did?
Apparently.
Oh.
That's what I'm reading right here.
That's what I mean. Like, Def Rebel doesn't have all bad themes, but has some. So I think that's a pretty valid argument. Like
Amen. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in.
That was random. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna turn that channel off.
Well, you said his name. He had to appear.
That's true. That's
definitely not the worst one you could have gone with.
Nope.
Say his name, man.
Okay. I don't know why. And that's we're talking WWE themes, and I'm over here playing one that's not a WWE theme.
But it is catchy.
That is very true. It's true. But yeah. So Def Rebel, like we said, it not good. But I don't know who else you would put in there off the top of my head.
Randy Newman.
What?
Yep, Randy Newman. Randy Newman.
I don't know anything about Randy Newman. Enlighten us right now, Jason.
You got a friend in me.
Oh,
yeah, Randy Newman.
But so
he does the guillotine.
But
he does the guillotine.
But
off the top rope, watch him jump. With his head, he'll take a big old bump.
But here's the thing: if that's
does the leg drop, it looks real good. But he does the guillotine. Yeah, Randy Newman.
But then, if that's the case, Randy Newman is 81 years old.
Yeah.
But then every single WWE theme song is going to sound like the Toy Story theme song. They're all going to sound like Toy Story.
Well, it's going to sound better than Def Rebel.
I mean, that's true.
To an extent.
Chelsea Green does real good. Had the briefcase.
I mean, yeah.
LA Knight. He said, yeah.
But
bring back Jim Johnston.
Bring him back.
There was something, I think we did cover it on the show, that I think he has reached out, he's wanted to come back.
Yeah.
But he hasn't received anything in return.
Well, here's the problem though. You'd have to bring back someone else too, and with their recent negative ovation that he got, Jimmy Hart, I don't know why they kept booing him, brother. HH.
Much love, HH.
No, I say bring back Johnston. You know, let him see what he come up with for some people. You know, whose theme do you want to hear him do?
All of them that aren't already his.
Well, okay.
Other than the couple of good referable ones.
No.
Like Romans can keep his, Bianca can keep hers.
No.
Seth can keep his. Yeah.
Nia Jax hurt some folks.
Speaking of Johnson, there was an accidental mistake. People thought he did it. The New Day's new theme. He did not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was a Netflix caption error.
With the New Day, yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because I have an article right here from Inside the Ropes.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
And this is So Jim Johnson's name appearing in the credits was a production error. And he has not returned to WWE. Sources within the company told Fightful, because this is also coming from Fightful Select, that there are no plans to bring him back.
Okay.
So there you go. Speaking in a 2021 interview with Chris Van Vliet, Jim Johnston discussed the idea of entering the WWE Hall of Fame. Despite his decades of experience, he has yet to receive an offer to enter the Hall of Fame, and he believed at the time that an offer was unlikely to come. So, and just to paraphrase his quote after this, he basically is saying is like, if they haven't reached out to him yet, they're not going to.
They need to, though. I mean, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when I go back, and I'm going to go back here to the Hall of Fame, and I see some of the people that are in the Hall of Fame.
Drew Carey.
Current president.
Drew Carey's in here. Let's see.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's true. Vincent J.
Hey,
is
listen, in fairness, Arnold Schwarzenegger was on one episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
They put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. That was in 2004.
Well, listen, someone had to.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, you missed a big opportunity by putting Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Although, there were some great commercials, though.
There was.
Yeah.
Like, Pete, you can't be in the Hall.
Yeah. You know you're not allowed in the Hall.
It's like, what?
I don't even follow baseball, and I know he
Nah.
should. Is Darryl Strawberry in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me Google it.
Okay. So, I mean, if Darryl Strawberry is in it, put Pete Rose in it.
Yeah. I don't know who it is, but yeah.
I am typing it right
Okay.
now.
You keep typing.
But also, Coco Beware. Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame. And I don't... Coco Beware...
Wait, he's in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
No, he's not
Why?
in the Major League. I don't know.
Why is he in there?
Darryl Strawberry was inducted into the Mets Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Well.
I don't see...
Well, listen, Mets, put Pete Rose in your Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I know he played for the Reds, but put him in there, Mets. Put him in, you cowards.
Yeah, he is... His number 18 jersey is retired by the Mets. Yeah, this isn't a baseball podcast, though.
No.
But no, I don't understand why Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame, to be completely honest. I have no idea there.
He had a bird. Frankie.
And?
Birdman. It's the Birdman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Coco.
You know, that's where they actually got Chavo's theme song from.
Did they?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Coco, he's got a bird and he does the dance.
So
It's
what?
the Birdman. Where shine?
Okay.
Oh, Chavo.
You know what? Dominic Mysterio has a pretty good theme.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio, I was explaining to Ivy, because we're watching the Royal Rumble, and I was like, yeah, that's Rey Mysterio's son. And he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
What?
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
He's actually Eddie's son.
Yeah, he actually is Eddie's son. But I told her, I was like, it's very interesting, that dynamic between him and Ray, because Ray is regarded as one of the greatest baby faces in professional wrestling. He's never went heel.
And 4'2".
Actually, I think he briefly went heel in WCW when he unmasked.
That's true. He did. But his main his run in WWE, he's never been a heel.
Yeah, he's actually 1'8".
Is he like Ant-Man?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. Makes me feel a little better, judging how I am very vertically challenged.
Yeah.
I'm a crisp 5'6".
Yeah. I'm a solid 8'2".
That's true.
Yeah.
I measured it.
I have to bend over when I'm in the studio.
No, he doesn't.
I'll bump my head on the door frame.
Oh, but I don't know. Like, should they bring back? Like, they've sort of done this. Should they bring back like more wrestling theme songs by actual bands, like how Disturbed was with Stone Cold back in the day?
I think it just depends on the character.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like, it's nice, but at the same time, the songs.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the character.
That's true.
I mean, Metalingus fits perfectly for Edge or Cope or Copeland, whatever you want to call him nowadays.
Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
But it's like, those aren't really for those people, so it's almost like the song that's not associated with them. You're trying to associate them with that song. I don't know. If you're only known by that song, okay, but like how Edge and Copeland is, but
yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Then how Cult of Personality has now become associated with CM Punk, but he's also used that like pretty much his entire career, other than a select couple of other times.
Yeah, I mean, he had what was it? Into the Fire? Is that what it was called? That's Fire Burns.
And then he had a Ring of Honor theme for a bit, which is actually a pretty good one. But
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but
it is a weird name.
Yeah, it's a really it's like from a very unknown band.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much on par for CM Punk. He would be the person that would know this information. He's the guy that like gives you the absurd band facts of bands that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And he's seen them all because they all tour in Chicago.
Now, we'll say if they do like how Jim Johnson did, and like who Jim Johnson would write the theme, but they brought in like Motorhead to actually sing it, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but then it's also being written for that character.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's
Jim Johnson did very well at.
Yeah.
So then should WWE, if they were to sever ties with Def Rebel,
do it, Trips.
Should they have somebody that's there just to write music and then bring in other people to do it, or would that then oversaturate that? Would that water it down after a while? Or would that give more intrigue to the theme because you're like, they debut a new theme, they got so-and-so to do this. You know, they got...
great cross-promotion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Makes it even bigger.
Bad Bunny would want to do somebody's theme.
He does his own theme.
Yeah, I know. Bad Bunny would want to do one of his themes. A theme of somebody else's. Probably like Damian Priest or somebody along those lines that he has a repertoire with. But yeah, I don't know. I like the rapport. Yeah. He has a rapport with. I don't know. Like, yeah. The Def Rebel thing definitely has to be dealt with. If you look at WWE's product of what they've been able to do, from Triple H picking up the book and doing what he's done, to quite frankly all of the improvements they've done production wise. Because I can actually watch a WWE show now without getting motion sickness from the quick zoom in and zoom outs. I hated those. They were Kevin Dunn. I hated those. I thought that I don't care. I don't care that it added more impact. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I try not to I try not to call things stupid, but that's stupid.
Yeah.
So no.
Stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
I will say, if they keep Def Rebel, at least allow wrestlers to like work with him and like help him make their themes, and not just create a random theme and give it to him.
Exactly.
Here's the thing: not every single person needs their name or catchphrase at the beginning of the song.
Exactly. One more thing about the stupid thing.
Stupid idiot.
That's my thought. Yeah, no, not it's and that's another thing. Like it's a formula.
Yeah.
Like people are expecting it now.
Yeah.
Like I think one thing about Jim Johnston was, correct me if I'm wrong, he would do some collaboration with wrestlers. Like he would be like, all right, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Whereas like it seems like for the way they do it now, it's like there's not that much input unless somebody has been around long enough.
Like Robin. His theme would not be what it is if he didn't have the input.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That, or I'm thinking like maybe Bray Wyatt would be another person who would have a lot of input in their wrestling thing.
He's actually a good example of bringing in one of the popular bands or whatever, because he had Code Orange, and he actually worked with Code Orange to write, like what the Wyatt Six are currently using.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, you learn something every time on this show. But yeah, I don't know exactly what. I mean, you could get rid of Def Rebel and then bring in somebody to write the music, but you could also be like, hey, you need to collaborate more with these wrestlers instead of just doing this same copy and paste formula.
Instead of just pushing out crap.
Yes, exactly.
Like, just because you might get one or two right doesn't mean the other 20 you're putting out are good. It's just crap.
Exactly, and it goes back to what I've been saying. It waters it down.
Yeah.
It's
I'll say the crap that he does produce, let that be on like this new WWE Evolve show. Let those guys use it, but put out actual good themes for people on the main roster or even NXT.
Exactly, because truth be told, NXT is starting to look like it is the main roster. I mean, that's why WWE Evolve is becoming a thing, because it's going to be pretty much what NXT used to be minus the game show aspect to it.
No.
Which they are bringing that back as well, though.
What?
With LFG.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yep.
It won't quite be the same, but we have that similar.
Yeah, okay.
Layer, yeah.
That makes sense. I don't want to turn on what I'm thinking is going to be a wrestling show, and then it's an obstacle course.
Today we're going to do an obstacle course.
Oh, but...
Of course, if you scream, then your voice become hoarse. Yeah.
But,
it's a song for L.A. Night.
Worst Def Rebel theme song.
Worst Def Rebel theme
Worst
song?
Def Rebel theme
if
song.
If you get him mad, get ready to fight.
Oh, what? What would be a bad...
Finn Balor's new one.
Yeah, that one.
That's just immediately come to mind.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
The other one. His one he got back to is good.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Def Rebel, though.
No,
that one.
I think I'm on CFO, possibly.
That one, I believe, was actually written for James Storm.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
But yeah, that was also before Def Rebel joined WWE too. So
yes.
Yeah.
So he joined in, or they, whatever they are, joined in 2019, I think.
Yeah, and AJ debuted
2016.
Yeah,
that
2016. Rumble. Yeah, the infamous like Roman's looking at the Titantron confused, and the crowd's going wild because they see it says "I am phenomenal" on there, and they know exactly who it is, and they're all cheering, and everybody back at home's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I think it was supposed to be James Storm's theme song. Also, Bobby Roode's was, I think, originally supposed to be Shinsuke's.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't see that.
It was random. Like, it's random to think that was originally supposed to be Shinsuke's.
Huh.
Or maybe it was something along those lines.
Speaking of Shinsuke, I will say I like the fact that although his theme has changed, they still keep the main musical theme in there.
Yes, yeah, I do enjoy Shinsuke Nakamura's theme songs. All right, we're going to shift gears real quick to the main event.
Fired up, Rebel.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
Welcome to the main event, where we go ahead and let you know what your upcoming week of professional wrestling is going to look like nationally, internationally, and, of course, locally. Tuesday, February 11th, New Japan Pro Wrestling, The New Beginning in Osaka. It will start at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you do plan on watching it, grab you a power nap or set that alarm for 2 a.m.
That's on a Tuesday.
Saturday, February 15th. WWE NXT Vengeance Day premium live event at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah.
Also, this upcoming Saturday, AEW Grand Slam Australia. Television special simulcast on TNT and Max, which will air following the NBA All-Star coverage and will air in place of Collision. It will be available on Max for free. TNT's listing has it for 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but that will depend if the NBA is done by then.
There's a lot of confusion with that show. But yeah.
Yeah. I the only thing I know about that show that I'm interested in is Mariah May and Toni Storm.
That'll be a good one.
And what Toni Storm did this past week on Dynamite, coming out as Mariah May, cinema.
Yeah.
Cinema. Sunday, February 16th, WWE LFG premieres on A&E at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We were talking about that briefly in the previous segment.
WWE LFG premieres on A&E at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
EST.
Yes.
Local. Shift gears over to locally. On Wednesday, February 12th, Legit Alternative Wrestling will be at the Richardson Building in Parkersburg, West Virginia, presenting
Hardcore Heartbreak.
It hurts.
Bell time is 6 o'clock, and all tickets are $10, but this show is ages 16 and up.
Oh, my heart, get me an aspirin.
On Saturday, February 15th, Atlantic Terror Championship Wrestling presents
Carnage
at the Leetown Community Center in Carneysville, West Virginia. Bell time is 7 o'clock. Front row is $15, and general admission is $12.
Will Venom be there?
Carnage.
Maybe. Tom Hardy? Maybe.
Yeah.
Carnage.
Also for Saturday, Mega Pro Wrestling will be in Dunbar, West Virginia at the Dunbar Recreation Center presenting
Bloody Knuckles.
Bell time is 7:30 p.m. and front row is $20 with general admission at $15. And that's going to do it for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we're going to wrap things up.
I got some questions for you.
Venom.
Once again, here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
And we're back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. I'm joined by
your host, Jeff Petty, and the co-host, Josh Cole, baby. Yeah. Then you got the champ, me. Yeah. Jason Lykens. Yeah.
If you ever wonder what's happening off like during these breaks, it's that.
Yeah.
It's Jason.
Pretty much.
It's Jason doing his best Randy Newman impression.
All right, I got a brain buster question for you. No, it's not math.
The brain buster.
Although there are numbers involved.
Arn Anderson and Larry the Bisco, Tully Blanchard, the brain busters. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard when they went to the WWF, now the WWE.
Yeah.
PEMDAS.
All right. Would you rather take 5 Braun Breaker Spears, 10 Bronson Reed Tsunamis, or 30 Gunther Chops?
Oh. I don't think I'm walking away from any of those.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed Tsunami.
Oh, you would take 10 Tsunamis from Bronson Reed?
Yeah.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah. You know what? That one might actually be the safer option.
It actually might be.
Yeah, that's the safest option.
I mean, because Braun Breaker, when he does that,
Lord.
he gets so
Rest
much
in
speed.
peace, show speed.
Yeah, he gets so much speed when he's running the ropes like that to spear somebody. Like it's insane.
No, it's terrifying.
Oh, it is. And like the ring moves.
Yeah.
Like when he does it, it's insane. And then Gunther, those chops can break time and space.
Yeah.
Like he. Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you, Jason.
Yep.
I think I talked myself into it.
Don't even have to think about it.
Nope, not really.
I feel like with
once I did
Gunther,
think-
after maybe chop 10, it's just going to be numb.
Well,
You're just reacting.
Unless it gets you right in the heart and you die.
Yeah. Okay, but look at it this way. Okay, we got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
With Gunther, after the first 10, it may numb up, but then you're gonna feel it after he gets done with 30. About 30 minutes after that last one.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be red, bruised up for a while.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, you're done. Oh, wait a minute. Braun Breaker, you're done. You're done. Like you're gonna get speared into another dimension. Okay, after the second one.
Spine.
Yeah, like no. I would rather take a Goldberg spear than a Braun Breaker spear. Yeah, like Braun Breaker, I think now has like one of the most devastating spears.
Really quickly, can people stop using the spear?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like Jey Uso, stop.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
Not everyone should do a spear. Christian looks bad. Stop.
Yep. Braun Breaker, phenomenal.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Cinema.
Yeah, no notes.
Bronson Reed, I feel like taking 10 tsunamis from him off top rope.
No, off the bottom rope. Yes, off the top.
I'm just saying off top rope.
Yeah.
Like you're already in the position
Yeah.
to safely take the bump.
Yeah, like that is all on him at that point.
Yes. Like you're going to feel when he lands, but you're not going to feel it like you would a Gunther chop or a Braun Breaker.
He's got a lot of cushion there too. So
He
I mean,
does. He's a husky man. And you
Not
know
a
what?
husky Harris.
Not a husky Harris. A husky man.
That's right.
Actually, with that, we will pass the question off to the audience. Which would you rather take? Would you rather take 5 spears from Braun Breaker, 10 tsunamis from Bronson Reed, or 30 Gunther chops? You can email us, thegrillout95@gmail.com. You can message us on Facebook with your answer. Facebook.com/thegrillout. If you haven't liked
that
the
as a
page.
poll on the Facebook.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll put a poll up after.
Oh, God, now we sound like Vince Russo. What are we putting on a poll?
Oh, bro, we got.
Bro.
We're gonna put a poll up, and you're gonna have to pick between the 3 of those, and that will be on the Facebook page, bro. Facebook.com/thegrillout. You can also email us thegrillout95@gmail.com.
Bro.
Until next time, fellow wrestling fans, have a good one.
And good night, back.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.